The 20K Outpost, also nicknamed the Eastern Trading Outpost. At one point it was the most active spawn base that the server has ever seen. There used to be many players online at once daily, but then it was griefed. Let's look into the history behind this spawn outpost, all the way from where it started and to where it ended. The story begins after a very long 2020 temp map had ended. Beithir, who had joined Constantiam in 2019, had still been pretty new to the server, and didn't know anyone in the community as a result of this. After a while he got bored of basing alone, and he decided to slash kill back to spawn, to finally meet other players and to socialize. From 0-0 he would make his way in the nether all the way to the location of the future to be Outpost. When arriving to the location, Bede would dig a small hole inside of a hill and he would go from there. Later on Bede would invite Sir Leonidas, who is a very known old player amongst the Constantiam community. This would be Beithir's first interaction on the server. As the weeks went by, Beithir discovered a dugout tunnel not far from the settlement and signs from player makes. Eventually they got into contact and became very good friends. Not long after, the base grew and grew. Since Beithir's discovery of Makes' underground area, the spawn base began to be heavily focused on the underground. This is when Sir Leonidas would take a notice to all the progress that's been happening at the 20K outpost, and decided on inviting Beithir to build with him at the Halloween town with other known faces in the Constantiam community. However, not long after, Bede would return to the outpost and began working on it once again. In 2021, the base would have some other visitors, of who some would donate map art and banners. There was very little griefing done, mostly because of people believing that the place was owned by Kiwi Slider, a known player on Constantiam. In early 2021 is when the base would really start to thrive. Cozy404 and his group had been working on many projects in 2020 and 2021, such as the toxic pit at Spawn and Destroy 3rd December, which is a topic for another video. They wanted to do something similar to the toxic pit at Spawn, but centered around an end portal. Coincidentally, it also happened that the 20K outpost was very close to an end portal, almost sitting directly on one. When Cozy404 started building at the location of the end portal coordinates, he also ended up finding the Eastern Trading Outpost with Beithir being AFK at a skeleton grinder. But after a little bit of talking with Cozy404, Cozy decided to spare Beithir, and they ended up becoming good friends shortly after. Many of Cozy's friends helped to construct 20K. The outpost was used for trading, but also as a horse outpost, as you've got to remember that Elytra had still been disabled for years at this point. So horses combined with ESH, which stands for Entity Speed Hags, have been the way players have been getting around the server for years. Some of the most active players at the outpost who had helped to construct it were Craving Monkey, Redhawk76, God Unit, Remy, Horus, Carl Minion, Dumb MLD, Hennycraft1 and Sky Maxi. As you can see just by the signboard at 20K, the outpost was respected by many on the server. So you might be wondering, how did the Eastern Trading Outpost eventually fall? There would be some minor griefing during its construction, but the first two bigger griefs happened when X0XP and Pogdog had received the coordinates to the outpost. What's funny that Pogdog had only targeted the underground section and had left out the massive end portal area made by Cozy404 and his player group untouched, as they felt that it was good looking and they respected it. The 20K members would end up repairing most of the damage, however they would stop when it got really bad. Covid-chan and Coin33 would end up making a big mess by spawning a lot of withers, mainly on the end portal area. And well, the last major grief on the base was done by Silver Crown King, who griefed the entire base but leaving out Cozy's end portal area, which was already damaged by Covid-chan and Coin33. Today, the Eastern Trading Outpost is griefed, and is mostly a crater. However, you can still check out the bass on Turbin's TB2T archive, where the bass is listed in the Constantiam section under Basses from 2020. I would like to thank Beithir and Cozy404 for providing me with information, screenshots, and footage for this video. Anyways, this will be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.